guess we'll start by asking about the second period because, you guys give up the goal there on the first shot. You're down 2-0. Obviously it seemed like that Hershey had momentum, but you guys, took the game over from that point. What sort of, led to that, kind of like a flipping of a switch almost?
Yeah, no, it was, look at the first period, obviously we knew what we were going to get from Hershey, defending champs, and in this building it was electric, and we made a poor decision at the end of the period, so you knew they were going to get a little bit of life from that, and came out and scored the second goal on the first shot, but things got switched up a little bit. We scored a big goal and Willie Lockwood made a great play on the wall, beat a guy off, and they ended up scoring a goal, which gave us life, calmed us down a little bit, and then obviously in the second period we found our game.
So what have you noticed from Chorsky's, kind of late arrival from college, but, he gets a couple goals in the regular season and, you have trust to put him out there in the playoffs?
Yeah, you know what? We were missing a fourth-line center, to be honest with you, with Whistle getting hurt early on in the year, so we were kind of craving that. A guy, a right shot, big guy that could play those fourth-line minutes. And, again, you're not sure when they come out of college, but obviously the pedigrees was there with his dad. Tons of composure, makes plays, and there's a lot to like there. So, but you got to credit the leadership group because a lot of those guys, young guys, have come in from college, from the East Coast League, and really have stepped up. But again, it's about welcoming those guys as part of the family, and our leadership group is second to none, to be honest.
Say, obviously the job's not done, but what an accomplishment this is, given you guys have pretty much all year been dealt with the injury bug, some key guys, and not just day-to-day kind of stuff. To be able to sort of get past all that and face that adversity, do you feel like that's kind of what's leading to the success this time of year?
To how it works is the season prepares you for the playoffs, and obviously we went through all the injuries with all the guys getting hurt. We had lots of depth, obviously, working with Savannah, Jared Stahl down there. So he does the same stuff we do, and kind of just trickled to the effect where we got those guys called up. And again, credit to the leadership group. We play a certain way. They welcomed everybody in, and we went through that adversity early on, and now we don't miss a beat. Like, I can put anybody in the lineup and I know what I'm going to get. So again, credit to the whole environment. They've done a great job all year.
Say, and then just overall as the series, what were sort of the things you noticed that were really the difference that allowed you? I know that the first two were 1-goal games, but just what were sort of the keys for you guys to get past this series?
Well, I think the first two games, you look at it, there were ebbs and flows to it. I thought they carried the play at times, and then we carried the play at times. But it's getting those big goals, the timely goals. John Leonard scored one in the third period. The first game was shorthanded, which ended up being the game winner. Obviously, in the third period, they were the better team the first half of the second game, and then we got going a little bit, and then obviously we took over in the third period. Asplund scored that big goal. It's those timely goals because they were pretty evenly played hockey games. And then again, I thought fairly even in the first this game, but then I thought we took over the second period, and then obviously in the third period we took over again.
I guess I'll ask you about your goalie too. He's another guy that you got real late in the season, I think in a trade, and he's your guy, and leading you now to the conference finals.
Well, you look at the back end, the defense is a bit young, and that experience has allowed those guys to calm down, play with a lot of composure, and he deserves a lot of credit. You look at the save on the breakaway in the third period, that's a big-time save, which we needed, and again, it just calmed our guys down. So he's been a huge addition, as all the guys that have come in all year long. He's just another piece, but we definitely like his experience and his calmness.
And then just moving forward, how long do you sort of soak this in, and then how quick do you sort of turn the page?
Well,
you don't know your opponent yet.
Yeah,
but
the guys have done a great job. Like, we want to enjoy tonight, but we've done a good job at moving on and winning the next day. So the same goes for tonight. Enjoy it, but make sure we're right back at it tomorrow.